is once you have your portrait glued down, you need to make an enlarged grid. So in order to do that, you're gonna need a line to start from. So usually I just have you take the ruler and line it up right with the bottom, flush with your paper, so it's right balanced on that edge. And you draw one straight line all the way across. So you draw one horizontal line, and then you're gonna do the same thing going upward. I'm just gonna draw one going up this side, right along the edge, parallel with my spiral. So I have 2 lines to work from now. Now I would like you to measure every 2 centimeters. So that's the small side, and you guys can do this in just a minute if you want, but measure every 2 and put a little dash. And then I'm going to do the same thing going up the other side.
Well, would that be the next box over? Oh, yeah. Color
I'm going to count my boxes to make sure I have enough that match. So on the bottom I have 10 across, so I want to make sure I have 10 across here, and I'm going to go ahead and label it now.
I just wrote use color picture.
Okay. And then now I need to do the same thing going up and all around. So in order to do this, to get this other line, I noticed that there's about 1.5 centimeters between this and the edge of my paper, like the one line over. So I'm going to measure that up here and put a little dot. So I know where this line lines up to.
What else can you say? He's not very happy.
And then to line these up, I'm just gonna eyeball it from the edge of my paper again, but well, I can wait. Okay, so starting down here at the bottom corner, because I know this is even now, I measure every 2 going up this way now, every 2. And now I can measure my line straight across because they should be the same. Now I do the same thing across the top. So I can notice here that my line's a little off, so I can go ahead and fix that now since I was a little bit off. Make that right. Okay, so now I'm going to connect the dots because now my lines are all even, or they should be. And this is the part you need to draw extremely lightly, playing dot to dot. This is throwing me off.
You will erase these lines eventually.
You will, yes, eventually erase them.
Okay, so what can you see measure?
Every 2 centimeters. And notice it doesn't matter if I stay in the lines, but I'm drawing so lightly that you shouldn't be able to see it across the table from me. These are just very basic guidelines. I'm holding my pencil super loosely and just dragging it down. And then I'm going to do the same thing going this way. matching up my dots on both sides, not just on the one side, on both sides, extremely lightly. It's okay if your borderline's a little darker because that'll frame it in. All right, so I should now have a nice even grid. And the last thing you do, you make sure that you label it exactly like the grid on the corresponding, on your celebrity. All right. So there you have it. It should be about done. I have my bottom axis labeled. I've X'd out the corner because I don't need this row. This is just where I have it labeled, and I made sure mine, whatever it's labeled like on my grid, is the same as how it's labeled on my celebrity. Eventually you will erase these grid lines, but this is going to help you be able to enlarge it. You can start on any square you would like. I usually recommend starting with the main contours, the main shape of the face, and doing it in the matching boxes. It's like doing a puzzle. But always start by drawing lightly in case you go off a box. Make sure you start lightly, and especially too if you need help with any specific part, you need to make sure you know which one it is so that we can kind of come around and help you out. So start by drawing the main contours, but make sure you're enlarging it because this grid is double the size of this one. So don't just try to keep it the same size. This is double the size of the other one.